now, Central Illinois' most accurate forecast with meteorologist Jacob Dickey.
Lots of sunshine out there across Champaign-Urbana here. Really nice here in town. Got the chance to sneak outside after the morning show at 9 a.m. and man, we just have been enjoying a really nice week here. Temperature in Champaign 67, wind is out of the east at 13 miles an hour, and those dew points still low, so that dry air warms up quickly during the day and cools off at night. We'll get those 70s to return area-wide here, I think, with 76, the average high for the area today. Going to keep things dry, mostly sunny here. It'll be warm. Unseasonably warm. We should be in those 40s this time of year, so we'll take this when we can get it here. How about 72 for Gilman, 76 in Mahama, and in Assumption, Elkhart getting up to 78. Tonight then, temperatures will drop down into the low 50s. We'll keep things dry around here. If there's a stray shower, it'd be down by Effingham. Not worried about it. No impacts. Tomorrow, the daytime, sunny, quiet, dry around here. It will be windy as we get to the afternoon. The storm chances are not until tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. That's when our big system winds up and heads our way here. Once the sun goes down, I think then we start to see that severe risk increase for a couple of hours for us here. Fast-moving line of storms moves on through. There'll be more severe weather to our south and east than on Saturday. We'll be on the backside. While done with the severe threat, still going to have some impacts. Let's talk about that severe weather risk first off. We look at our storm outlook. The Storm Prediction Center has put a large moderate risk for most of our area here, generally along and west of I-57. And that is mainly for the strong straight line winds that moderate risk is in place here. You get an enhanced risk everywhere else in the area. And that's a 4 out of 5 and a 3 out of 5 in place. We're going to be most concerned about the potential for high winds. A lot of energy aloft that can mix down here. Tornado threat is there. There's some questions still about that, and I think that hail threat tends to be lower. That's a little more conditional based on how storms move on through. We tend to think this is going to be more of a line or a broken cluster of line, and there'll be some little bow echoes within that. That's going to allow for some strong winds here. I think in this area in purple has the best chance to see wind gusts up to 75 miles an hour. We could get some reports maybe here and there over 80. We'll see exactly where that is. Not want to go that far just yet, but that is on the table here. And then in general, a slow weakening trend as we go east. Still going to have problems, though, towards the NS state line with any strong storms that move on through. There's that wind energy. The peak of it right overhead here. The next thing we have to look at is what happens at the surface. Do we get fuel? Instability. We get a little bit here as those storms come on through Friday night into early Saturday morning. You can see in southern Illinois that better fuel is in place. Can that creep a little bit further north is a question for us here. That will play a role in our tornado risk. At this point, I see it more of embedded circulations within the line. We'll give it a 6 out of 10 here for areas in orange, a 4 out of 10 in yellow. We'll keep an eye on that. If that tornado risk went higher, I kind of think southern Illinois will deal with that. We'll just see what happens with that line, though. But if we get some more breaks or some kinks in that line, then ahead of that is where those problems will develop. That seems to be more isolated compared to the wind that comes with this line here. More of us seeing that wind with maybe a couple of spots here and there that have some problems. There's midnight. Storms getting to I-57 here and working their way to the east. And so we'll keep a close eye on that. By 2 in the morning, things are done here. We'll have the rest of the night to sleep. We're not done, though, with the impacts. Non-thunderstorm winds going to be a problem Friday into Saturday. Wind advisory area wide. High wind watch for Livingston County. Friday during the day into the evening, non-storm wind gusts 40 to 45. Saturday could be 45 to 55, if not a little higher than that here. And we're still going to have some wind even on Sunday. It comes down a bit, but it does return for us as we head into Monday. That could be a problem for fire weather concerns here. Heading to the high category for Friday afternoon, Saturday, and into Sunday here. Also, just want to mention, I don't think we're going to deal with a lot of it, but I can't rule it out. There may be some blowing dust that could mix on in spots too here. The soil really parched and dry, and those line of storms moves through really quickly, which means we don't get a lot of rain in any single spot, so that's something that we're just going to keep an eye on. A lot of things happening there, Taylor. Of course, then some quieter weather after that. If you're like, wait, what did he say? What happened? We got all the updates on our WCIA 3 weather app and WCIA.com/weather.
Well, today I wore a sky blue dress
Sky
in
blue?
hopes that the sky will be blue.
Yeah, today's great. I'm loving today. You know, we'll enjoy the weather today. We'll worry about tomorrow when it gets here, but then
we'll leave it as a tomorrow problem.
It's spring in Illinois. We get storms around here, right?
Yep.
It happens. So
we'll be ready for it.
Be with you, and we'll walk through them with you all evening, all night long.
Yeah, it's all hands on deck for the weather team. Thank you so much, Jacob.